Well, hi there and welcome. My name is Rebecca Weaver, and we're going to be looking at section 7.5 today. This is the method of least squares. All right, what's the definition of least squares error? The total error in approximating the data points x1, y1, all the way up to x sub n, y sub n, by a line y equals ax plus b, measured by the sum e of the squares of the vertical distances from the points to the line. So capital E equals, that error equals e1 squared plus e2 squared plus all the way up to e sub n squared. And then we have that line, just a regular y equals ax plus b line. So the least squares line, the regression line, y equals ax plus b, is equal to a, where capital N times the sum of your x times y minus the sum of your x times the sum of your y's, all divided by n times the sum of your x's squareds minus the sum of your x quantity squared. And our b equals the sum of x minus a times the sums of x over n, where the sum of x is the sum of all the x coordinates of data points, and the sum of sigma y is the sum of the y coordinates of the data points. That sigma x times y is the sum of the products of the coordinates of the data points, and that sigma x squared is the sum of the squares of the x coordinates of the data points, where n is the number of data points. Now we do have calculators that will do this for us because this is tedious. So I'll show you how to do that with your calculator here in just a minute. And I'll show you how to do it by hand as well. So the following table gives the number in thousands of car accident related deaths in the U.S. for certain years. We need to find a straight line that provides the best least squares fit to these data. Use the straight line found in Part A to estimate the number of car accident related deaths in 2012. And just as a side note, it's interesting that while the number of drivers is obviously increasing with time, the number of car accident related deaths is actually decreasing. Maybe that's because of the improvements in car manufacturing technologies and added safety measures. So we have our table where we have the years. In 1990, there were 46.8 thousand deaths, and in the year 2000, 43.4 thousand. 2005 was 45.3. 2007 was 43.9 thousand. They're all in thousands. So in 2008, it was 39.7 thousand, and 2009, 35.9. So the points are plotted in the figure below, where x denotes the number of years since 1990, so you plot them. The sums are calculated in a table in the following couple of slides, and then we're going to use those to determine the values of A and B. Well, first I'm going to do it with the calculator, and then I'm going to do it with just doing it by hand. So here we go. This is the directions for using your TI 8384 calculator for least squares fit. Now, first thing you're going to do is press the following on your TI 84 calculator, or 83, doesn't matter. Hit the button Stat. Go to where it says Edit, and you'll hit Enter. Under this heading, you'll be directed to the list features, and sometimes you might need to clear your list if you already have some things in there. If you don't, ignore this, but if you do need to clear your list, it's kind of a weird thing. You have to move your cursor on that L1 heading, so move it up and make it so that he's on that L1 heading. Hit clear, it's not going to show anything, but when you scroll down, everything should wipe clean. If you don't need to clear your list, then great. So key in to L1, the 0, 10, 15, 17, 18, 19. This represents the years after 1990, makes it easier than keying in 1990 and 2000 and whatever. Next, into L2, if you have to clear it, clear it. If not, just key 46.8, 43.4, 45.3, 43.9, 39.7, 35.9. Make sure that your data points match up beside each other because the ordering of your list matters. Hit second key, it's your blue or your yellow key depending on which calculator you have. Then you hit quit to get out of that mode. Hit stat, then calc. You're going to go to number 4, which is your linear regression, ax plus b, with your x list being L1, your y list being L2. Scroll down into where it says calculate, then hit enter. The result that you should get is A equals negative 0.39 and B equals 47.64. This gives Y equals negative 0.39x plus 47.64. Now, if we are doing a least squares fit, you've got to do all this number crunching. What you'll notice in the first column, you add up all of those x's and you'll get a 79. The next column, you add all of that up. That's the sum of your y's. That's 255. Then you'll multiply x times y, and you'll add all of those up. Then you get 3,256.5. The next column is taking all of your x values and squaring them, and then you would add them all up and get 1299. Then you plug them into your A formula and your B formula, and you get exactly the same thing. A is negative 0.39. B is 47.64. So then the equation for the least squares line is negative 0.39x plus 47.64. We already knew that. We used our calculator. We're going to use the straight line to estimate the number of car accident-related deaths in 2012. Just set x equal to 22, key that in, and you get y equals 39.06. Therefore, we estimate the number of car related accidental deaths, I think that was a little typo on my part, to be 39.06 thousand in 2012. All right, if you have any questions on that, besides the number of, then be sure and email me rweaver10@alaska.edu and have a fabulous day.